Okay, at the beginning let me show you that I have the smartphones. I really don't wanna do this cause it feels like I have no credibility. But there are many low-life running tech channels and making fake videos. I really hate those people. Anyway, here is confirmation. HTT has the smartphones. I wish you understand the difference between a fake and an original camera comparison video and then support true content. Without your support, we cannot grow. If you find this video helpful, then please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. Okay, one more thing. This video is brought to you by Case Alternatives. I always use Case Alternative Carbon Skin on all of my smartphones and these protective skins are really great. Case Alternative has something special for you, I mean the subscribers of this channel. In your first order, all the skins will cost only $1. Up to 5 skins you can buy for $1 each. What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. It's very cold outside. Wow, it's minus 6 degrees Celsius, but the real feel is like minus 20 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I'm wearing gloves, wearing a lot of clothes. Anyway, check carefully which smartphone camera is working better. I mean, which one has rendered my skin tone correctly, which one has rendered colors correctly, which one has better stabilization, which microphone is working better. Check everything carefully and make a comment. Let me know which one do you think is better. Really, it's very cold. Maybe from next time all the selfie videos I will do in indoor. I mean, oh my god. Well, before we flip to rear cameras, one request. If you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. It's time to flip to rear cameras, time to start our camera comparison. Okay, I will start with indoor photos. Both of these two smartphones have flagship class main sensor, and it is true that if there is a difference in camera performance, then it's more visible in indoor low light or in artificial lighting environment. iQOO 9 Pro is actually a sub-brand of Vivo and it has one of the best main sensors available in the market. iQOO 9 Pro comes with Samsung ISOCELL GN5. Even if iQOO doesn't have any partnership with Zeiss, it has actually used a better lens than any other usual flagships. Xiaomi 12 Pro comes with a customized version of Sony IMX700 sensor. It's IMX707. The truth is, this is a 2 years old sensor and it's not even as good as ISOCELL GN2. I have taken all the photos in auto mode cause most of the general users takes photos in auto mode. HDR was set to auto. I have left AI and scene detection enabled. I believe that's what extracts the best result of computational photography. In general, Xiaomi 12 Pro photos have a bit of a warm tone with inconsistent contrast and highlights. iQOO 9 Pro has better exposure and highlights. I really like the way iQOO 9 Pro has changed contrast ratio and vibrance depending on ambient light and colors. More details, better texture processing, shadows without noise and grains. This iQOO 9 Pro is no way a gaming device. It feels like this is more like a camera-centric smartphone. One more time, I really need to mention in harsh lighting environment or when there is a light hitting the lens, iQOO 9 Pro has far better performance than Xiaomi 12 Pro. Yes, both of these two smartphones comes with optical zoom capabilities. Xiaomi 12 Pro got a 2x telephoto lens and iQOO 9 Pro comes with a 2.5x telephoto lens. Slightly more details, sharper textures, better color grading and most importantly, selective exposure. That makes the difference. iQOO is slightly better. I have taken a lot of indoor zoom photos and did some heavy pixel peeping, but the differences are really nothing too drastic. I don't know whether should I say Xiaomi 12 Pro has fought well or should I say iQOO 9 Pro has done better. Time for human subject photos. Me and my friends, we all like to take human photos and I believe it's important for most of the people. This is no way an easy lighting environment. We have chosen the place cause only true flagships can deliver quality images in this place. When I check human photos, I always check 7 factors like skin tone, color grading, exposure, brightness, sharpness, details and shadows. Interesting enough, Xiaomi 12 Pro has kept the color temperature warm and iQOO kept it cool. However, skin tone is better and more natural on iQOO 9 Pro produced photos. Exposure, contrast and brightness, all of these are very well managed by iQOO 9 Pro. Beauty effect is there in both of these two smartphones, but things are far better on Xiaomi 12 Pro after the update. In terms of details, iQOO 9 Pro seems to have done better. It also has processed textures with sharpness. Shadows are actually sometimes too soft in Xiaomi photos. Xiaomi 12 Pro also has another issue. It struggles with focus metering. Sometimes I had to manually select the focus. Altogether, I cannot say iQOO 9 Pro is far better, but it has definitely done slightly better than Xiaomi 12 Pro. $60mm versus $50mm lens. Vivo claims it has 2.5x optical zoom, but it's actually 2.3 times optical zoom on iQOO 9 Pro and 1.9 times optical zoom on Xiaomi 12 Pro. Xiaomi has a 50MP sensor while iQOO has a 16MP sensor. Put all these apart, iQOO got a better stock camera algorithm from Vivo and it has a better lens. Due to difference in focal length, there is a difference in FOV. Xiaomi has processed portrait photos differently than those human subject photos. When I have compared Xiaomi 12 Pro with iPhone 13 Pro Max, it also has done the same and it's actually a trend. Edge detection, edge cutouts, separation between subject and background, bokeh effect. I always check these 4 factors in portrait photos and without any hesitation, all these are better in iQOO 9 Pro portrait photos. Despite the fact that both have applied some sort of beauty effect, iQOO 9 Pro has grabbed more details. It has managed to keep the textures sharp and colors are close to real life. This may hurt some fanboys, but truly, I do not understand why Xiaomi cannot fix their portrait mode photography. Even Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra has a very poor portrait performance. All of the flagship smartphones can record videos in 4K 30 frames per second and offers super sharp, super crisp 4K videos while iQOO 9 Pro comes with great stabilization. It is not that surprising to see that iQOO 9 Pro has better exposure and dynamic range. Details and textures are almost similar, but once again, when there is movement, Xiaomi has lost details and iQOO has continued to process with enormous details and sharper textures. Colors are down to personal preferences, but I need to mention after the update and with AI enabled, Xiaomi 12 Pro processed colors with vibrance while iQOO 9 Pro has more correct natural color tone. You will find this surprising after you watch through this video. Yes, this is the second part of this comparison and here starts the frustration. I truly had better expectations from iQOO 9 Pro. It has one of the best sensor as the main sensor, but inconsistent performance along with overprocessing. This is really unacceptable for a smartphone of this price and caliber. Rather, Xiaomi 12 Pro performance is more consistent. I cannot disagree. In most of the photos, iQOO 9 Pro has grabbed more details. Exposure is also better than Xiaomi 12 Pro. But there are photos where it seems iQOO 9 Pro photos are overprocessed, edited for social media, and in some photos it's totally oversaturated. Color temperature is sometimes cold and sometimes warm. I don't know, when will these Chinese brands stop releasing smartphones with premature software? Cannot they first update its software to something better and then release it to the end user? Sometimes I feel hopeless, but I have an idea. Don't buy any newly released smartphones. Wait for a month, check whether it gets better with updates or not, and then make the decision. These are 3 times zoom photos. iQOO 9 Pro claims to have a 2.5 times optical zoom, but as I've mentioned earlier, it is actually a 2.3 times optical zoom, while Xiaomi 12 Pro has 2 times optical zoom capability. I have checked a lot of 3 times zoom photos and I am amazed by the performance of Xiaomi 12 Pro. I was confused. Has it got better after the update? I have checked the old photos from Xiaomi 12 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro Max comparison video, and I have found that actually Xiaomi 12 Pro daytime zoom photos are not that bad. It's been pretty good from the very first day. I have tried hard. I did some pixel peeping, tried to do some nitpicking, but I think I have wasted my time. Other than color rendition and color temperature, things are almost the same. These video clips were recorded in 1080p 60 frames per second. The differences are down to personal preference. Quality of the video clips are almost the same. I will leave these to you. You may choose any of these two smartphones for 1080p videos, but I would choose Xiaomi for natural color tone, and it seems to have more details. If you want wider dynamic range and saturation, then you can easily go with iQOO 9 Pro. If Xiaomi has fought toe-to-toe in daytime zoom photos, then iQOO has crushed Xiaomi in nighttime zoom photos. All these are 3 times zoom photos, more details, better color tone mapping, highlights, shadows and less noise. I think Vivo has won this segment by a very good margin. I also have grabbed some 5 times zoom photos and the differences are the same. This is truly frustrating. These days, these smartphone brands, they are promising way too many things that they are failing to deliver. Both of these are true flagships and both of these brands have claimed great night mode performance. But in reality, I don't see much improvement over the last generation flagships. Once again, maybe these brands will optimize performance with updates, but for now, okay, let us check these photos. I have a unique method to check night mode camera performance. I call it DENS, Details, Exposure, Noise and Shadows. iQOO 9 Pro has more details, but it's not as much as I have expected. Exposure is usually better in iQOO 9 Pro photos, but Xiaomi 12 Pro isn't far behind. Shadow and noise, both are sometimes better in iQOO 9 Pro photos and sometimes better in Xiaomi 12 Pro photos. Almost inconclusive. Very difficult to judge which one is better, but as iQOO 9 Pro has a better sensor, I think we can expect it will get better with updates. But Xiaomi also has this trend to optimize camera performance after releasing it. So I'm planning to redo this camera comparison after a month. If you are subscribed to this channel, then you know Samara is one of my best friend, the model in this video, and we had argued about this selfie camera performance. She said Xiaomi 12 Pro is better for selfie photos and selfie portraits, but I think Vivo iQOO 9 Pro has done significantly better than Xiaomi 12 Pro. iQOO 9 Pro produced sharper selfie photos with more details, almost perfect color rendition and less beauty effect. On the other hand, Xiaomi 12 Pro sometimes overexposed, white balance is unusually cold, beauty effect is much heavier than iQOO 9 Pro, moreover, color rendition isn't that good. Bokeh effect is good on both of these two smartphones, but I would choose iQOO 9 Pro bokeh photos cause it has better edge detection and separation between subject and background is almost perfect. Okay, which one do you think has done better? Do you think Samara is right? Do you think Xiaomi 12 Pro has done better? Or do you agree with me? iQOO 9 Pro has done better. Please make a comment and let me know in the comment section below. Even if iQOO 9 Pro comes with all new fancy camera hardware and support of Vivo's stock camera algorithm, I think it has long way to go. Once again, I am truly disappointed. Like Vivo X70 Pro Plus, it has also failed to produce quality video clip in 4K under low light environment. Okay, it doesn't mean Xiaomi 12 Pro is way better. That one also has failed to do anything better than iQOO 9 Pro. Rather, Xiaomi 12 Pro has less details and more jitteriness. Time for verdict. I think for now iQOO 9 Pro has won by a small margin. And there are factors which truly depends on personal preferences. But considering better portrait photos, better indoor photos along with fancy hardware, I believe a lot of people would go with iQOO 9 Pro. What's your choice? Please make a comment and let us know. If you have liked this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel.